The office manager that I made cry. I saw her yesterday.
Didn't throw daggers at you. That's impressive.
No. Hi, are you Charity? Oh my gosh, are you Chanel? She was like, yes. I'm so sorry if I was ugly to you. I just got really upset. And she was like, I know, it's so frustrating. But we got it all worked out. And then she still told me I was on the cancel list. Okay, we're just going to take deep breaths. But I showed her the email. I said, they resent the email that I had zero to pay, fully covered, have a permission. She was like, I'm just going to let you do this. And I was like, that's best. That's best for all of us. Let's have a good day today. Hi, I'm Charity Jones, comedian, storyteller, and your host of The Charity Case. On this podcast, we talk about the messy parts of life, raw stories of resiliency, rescue, and ridiculousness. If you've ever had to start over, pick up the pieces, and just laugh to get through it, you're in the right place. This is The Charity Case. Hello, and welcome back to The Charity Case.
Yes, with your co-host, Lori McManus, part of the Hearts to Home team, all things real estate and things to do here in Tulsa, also known as your 918 Besties.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And just Charity Jones. And Charity Jones Comedy.
And Charity Jones marries people. And Charity, yeah.
Oh, Anna did the expo last weekend.
Yeah.
That was great. It was good.
Yeah.
I taught farmers about marketing and social media, and I felt a little bit silly at first. But then some people really asked questions like, this one woman asked if she should use her real name. And I thought, oh, they do need me. Because at first I was like, am I just talking, telling people everything everybody already knows, common sense, you know?
No, it's amazing. Even if you were, how many people still would not do it?
Yeah.
So most people who are willing to train and show people how to do something that they are skilled at aren't typically afraid to do so, because more times than not, they're not going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
They'll learn about it, but they never do it. I've been guilty of stuff like that too. So no judgment. Just saying, like.
Well, one person did do it. I saw the next day that Lilac Farms of Tulsa started a page.
Oh,
and I was their first follower. I think I encouraged them.
I think you did.
I think they did.
I love that.
Yeah.
No, I think that's one thing people overthink on social media. I remember back in the day, when Facebook was like the prominent social platform, that I used to go on and do lives for makeup. So all the time. So like, how did you make up like a tutorial, especially when I was trying to sell Unique was the brand that I was selling. That's how I got over my fear of just being on it. Like, I am who I am. I sound like, which my voice did change when you got your tonsils out. Did you know that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm a speech therapist, so.
I guess you are. You might know a thing about that. Maybe. So anyway, I guess they told me that, but I was like.
So how old were you when you got your tonsils out?
I was 30-something. I was older.
Oh.
Yeah. Hence why I always now have a water cup, is that was one of the things that they talked about, is keeping your, like, throat. This is going to sound so terrible.
You're going to use the word,
lubed.
Oh, I thought you were going to say moist.
No. Either one is equally down the rabbit hole as we go. And so now that's part of the reason why I always carry I have a Starbucks. Anyway, that's a whole nother episode in itself of my Starbucks collection.
Addiction.
But that too. But I always had to have a cup with me. So then it just became natural that even when I shop it, like I always have. That's why it's nothing for me to take my cup actually into a restaurant, because I'm so used to just carrying my cup all the time.
I do that all the time.
And that started because of having my tonsils out when I was probably 36, 37. So I was, I did.
Wow.
It. Yeah. I don't get strep throat anymore.
That's good.
Yeah, I finally got it like 12 years later after. I used to get strep all the time. Anyway, I digress.
Well, that's good to know, because I refer kids to ENTs for that sometimes, and they always have strep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Logan had her tonsils out because of having strep constantly. And then my youngest is supposed to do it, but she won't go take, she's old enough now. She's supposed to be adulting, taking herself to get it done. And my son probably should have, but didn't.
Yeah.
I don't think he did. But I had ginormous tonsils. Like I was
Did they touch?
Almost.
I've seen some that touch.
Almost. So I was like, the next step down is that a 5 is like the most. I think I was like a 4.
Wow.
So yeah. And if I had like a nickel for every time, hell, I could probably
Makes
go
me thirsty.
penny. I'd be rich.
Doctors
are
are
like, the doctor's like, if you have really large tonsils. No shit. Really, you don't say.
And none of them said, we should take these out.
No, I kept getting told you get tonsillitis or strep one more time. We're going to take them out. We're going to take them. And nobody ever did it. So finally, I don't even know how it came about again. But finally I was like, can we just do this? And so they did.
So how was the recovery? Was it, I mean, it's really hard on the kids, but I would think it might even be harder on adults.
I mean, it was very painful. 10 out of 10, don't recommend eating anything that's tomato based.
Yeah.
Made that mistake. That about killed me. But other than that, I mean, I don't think it was too bad. I did have one scare. I thought I was bleeding out, like, cause the scab came off.
Oh.
And I know they talk about that, but I panicked. We rushed to, and by the time we got into the ER, it had slowed. I was like, oh, I guess it was just a scab in the back. But it's scary though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cause it's like, it's an artery back there. It's like, and my nephew actually, they did nick the artery. So he did so he'd had the extreme side of that. So of course that's all I could envision of like, this is how I'm going, like, this is literally how I'm going to die. Like of all the things I've done in my life, like this is what's going to take me out. Like a little robbery, but anyway, thankfully it wasn't, and it was fine. And then after that, it got better, but I mean, I like constantly felt like I had dry mouth.
Yeah.
Like,
no, that's awful.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're better.
Yeah. Thanks, Major.
Yeah. I went to Dallas this weekend.
I know. And you got some new jewelry. I see you're sporting there.
Yes. This is probably like my 15th heart monitor. She was like, have you ever worn one before? I was like, I feel like
a pro.
Yeah.
I mean, I could insert it myself, honestly. I don't know what.
I know. She was like, give me instructions. I just listened patiently.
I love that you were patient about it.
I was.
But
I tried to be on my best behavior at this new clinic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do tell the details, because I am like genuinely curious. Like, how'd that go?
Well, I don't know if I told you what led up to this, but I fought tooth and nail for my insurance company to let me go out of state. And then they called last week and tried to cancel it. Oh, I did. You did that. We met at the pool for reprieve.
Yes.
Thank you for saving my life.
You're welcome.
Oh, I had to cool off that day. And then
I feel that.
So the office manager that I made cry, or that did cry, it's my fault. But I saw her yesterday, and
and she didn't throw daggers at you. That's impressive.
No, she said, "Oh, hi, are you Charity?" I said, "Oh my gosh, are you Chanel?" She was like, "Yes." I wrote it down,
Yeah.
And so, I said, "I'm so sorry if I was ugly to you." I was like, I just got really upset. And she was like, I know, it's so frustrating. I said, but we got it all worked out. And then she still told me I was on the cancel list. I was still on the list that the insurance hadn't approved. And I was like, okay, we're just going to take deep breaths. And
she's like, now you want to breathe, bitch.
But I showed her the email. I said, they resent the email that I'm zero to pay, fully covered, have a permission. She was like, I'm just going to let you do this. And I was like, that's best. That's best for all of us. Let's have a good day today.
Yeah.
I was like, just let them bill me if it messes up. You'll be okay. I got you. I'm on Team Chanel. Yeah, I like Chanel. So yeah, anyway, then I met the doctor. All the nurses were great. The doctor was very patient. He sat down and talked to me for a long time. Basically he wants to do the monitor, check my next transmission. I got to teleport all my data from the pacemaker. And so I said, well, do I still transport to my Oklahoma heart doctor, or do I transport to you both? Who wants my data?
Yeah.
And he said that he would be honored and privileged to take over my case.
Oh, I love that.
Yay! So I have a real specialist in Tulsa. I mean, not that mine here wasn't real, but I wasn't real happy with him.
Right. Well, I mean, I wouldn't either, to continue to have episodes, and this is supposed to help eliminate whatever. I mean, I get that there's always...
Well, and I think he's very good at some things in his field.
Sure.
My specific case just isn't his
cup of tea.
Yeah. So, and I think this guy in Dallas is exactly who I need. So, I'm really happy.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, so we meet in like 3 weeks over
Zoom?
I want to say the teleprompter. Telehealth.
Yeah. Teleprompter.
Yeah, Zoom, whatever.
I mean, yeah,
so
Zoom.
at least I don't have to drive down there.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for you because it's been a long road. So hopefully you can get some answers and
Well,
maybe
he'll
get
decide if I need
progress.
another ablation or if we're going to continue with the meds. Speaking of, I think I need to take my pill.
You might want to do that. I don't know.
I could. I have it with me. I'll do that.
Excessive.
Yeah.
Honestly. You only went down there to only not be taking your rest.
So yeah, I went down there Thursday night, ate at some really good local restaurants. I should have taken more pictures. A
I
nice
love Dallas.
seafood.
Dallas is a good vibe.
We were technically in Plano.
No.
Close.
Close enough.
Yeah. But we ate some really good seafood. It was a nice Anayaas. I don't know. It was a local spot. And then the Southern Fork, I think, of Plano for breakfast. It was good. I did post a picture.
Did it have mimosas?
Well, I didn't drink before the doctor's appointment.
I know, but you looked at the menu.
Yes, they did have mimosas.
Thank God. Okay.
And then on the way back, I stopped at Choctaw Casino in Durant.
Yeah.
Have you ever been there?
Nope. I waved past it.
I know. Every time I want to stop, and then this time I was like, let's do it. It was really nice.
Yeah. They added they added a whole new wing there for so the one if you're looking at the building one to the right, that's all new.
I thought that was probably new.
Mhm.
That
Glass.
there's a lot of cabanas out there in the pool. I want to go back and do the pool.
Yeah. And they redid the road over there too, so it's a lot safer and
Yes.
easier to navigate than it was prior to. So
Well, they added an exit instead
Yeah.
of having a stoplight in the middle of the highway.
yeah.
Genius.
Who knew?
So, what do you got going on? Comes to home team.
Our home team, we have a lot of listings coming on board, which is really great and exciting. So I have a cute little midtowner here off of Oswego. It's off of Harvard and basically 21st. So right in that
that's a
expo.
cute area.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a cute 3-1, has the original hardwood. It's a 1950s build. And so she is adorable, getting a lot of traction. So there's an open house today from 11 to 1, tomorrow 2 to 4. So that is that, 2514 South Oswego. And then I have another really cute Capitol Home built home, but right next to TU and the Pump and Mother Road, basically it's 5th and Lewis. And so it's beautiful. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,900 square foot. Yeah. It's a great house. And then I have a cutie patootie mid-century mod house, which I'm in love with as well. That is over there off of Yale, basically Yale and off of 41st, near Skelly. So just location, good locations, everything you can get to the highway location, is coming on board, and she's a 3-2 with a 1-car garage and a carport. So she's super cute.
You've got some great locations.
I know. They are all proper midtown locations.
Yeah.
They
Those
are
are gonna be
great.
hot.
Yeah, those are going to be hopping, I think. It's going to be really good. And then just people looking for homes and FHA working deal. We're doing our real estate thing. So, and it's been fun because we get to educate on both sides of the fence. So, we predominantly work a lot with buyers. But you talk about special niche like your heart, same here. Our whole niche is educating and empowering. So, we realized a long time ago, people don't know how to buy houses.
Yeah.
They do. And so just nobody understands credit and how all that world works, we work really hard to tie it all together. And so that people feel like they know what's happening. Even if they don't, they feel like they have some grounding in it, and able to move forward knowledgeable versus just I know about a house. Now they don't know what the hell to do.
How's the interest in the market right now?
So the interest, it's interesting. No, you have sellers that think it's 2021. They want the biggest dollar. They think their home should have appreciated a ton. And that's not what's happening in the market. It is flatlining. So homes are still more than what they were. And I was talking with a lender about this yesterday. I love that you brought this up. I'm going to get on a whole soapbox. This is fantastic. Yes, your home is valuable more today than it was last year, 100%, but it's not at that 11% appreciation that we had during the COVID market, when it boomed. I mean, it's still appreciating, but it is at a much more conservative and percentage than other areas. Now, here's the deal: is the national news says, "Oh, markets are crashing, they're tanking," and the coastal areas are like they overinflated. Those are trying to rectify themselves. Tulsa's never been one of those communities that have done that, and I don't know that people understand that. And that's what's hard is when you're fighting against national news versus your local news.
Yeah.
And each area is unique and different. And Tulsa is just that. One, we're still considered one of the cheapest places to live in the United States. So the local Tulsian, we feel astronomical, but to those outside coming in, we're cheap as hell. Comparative.
Well, coming from Northwest Arkansas, the market was very lucrative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, and I came from Midwest Indiana. And so our markets were a little more comparable, but they were far less here, than what I was getting in Indiana at the time. Indiana took a hard hit in 2008 and Tulsa really didn't. The sales themselves were down about 20% that year during 2008 and 2009. Because of my banking background, I understand a lot about rates and how they fluctuate and how they buy into treasuries in advance and how banks make money. So I have a very high level knowledge. I would not say I am 100% the expert, but I have enough knowledge to be scary. And so in understanding that, when they talk about, the Fed is getting ready to raise rates or to cut rates, the rates that you're experiencing now have actually already taken care of that because they talk in futures. So a lot of people don't understand that. And so going back to 2008, 2009, so you have sellers that have been in this bubble of like, oh, top dollar. And that's not really how the buyers are responding. The buyers are being more conservative. They're being more selective. They're actually looking like, well, what did you do to improve your house for $50,000 more dollars? They're really being educated more and they're really trying to see where that value add is. Just because you've lived there for so long doesn't constitute the price.
Right.
But on the flip side, it kind of constitutes the price because, again, the market doesn't care what you personally think, and it's not trying to be rude. It's factual, and factual is not emotional. And buying a home and selling a home is emotional. But the market says, yeah, you may not see it, but the reality is that's what they're entitled. Like, they can get that. But you also have to have a buyer willing to pay that.
Right.
So it is this push and pull that you're feeling in between the two, which has been interesting to navigate more, and it takes more education to do that. Of like, you get in the market when you get in the market. It's never a good time. It's never a bad time. You're not going to lose because even in 2008, 2009, fun fact, Tulsa did not lose in appreciation.
Oh, wow.
Now, our sales decreased, but appreciation and value of the home, it actually still increased 2.8%.
That's crazy.
Right? But overall, big picture of Tulsa, our little community, we still appreciated pretty well.
That's awesome.
Almost the standard 3 to 5%, right?
Yeah.
So, but we don't talk about that. We talk about national news, what's scary and fearful and all that. The thing is most people don't sit back and realize that when you're a renter, nothing wrong with renting. Renting has its place. But home ownership's where it's at because that's where I've gotten some wealth and been able to move on into direct equity. And being able to be in that position has been pretty sweet because here's my thought is, people are like, well, blah, yeah. But what happens when that landlord has a life crisis or situation and has to liquidate assets? You're in their asset.
Yeah.
So therefore, you can not only be jobless, now you're also homeless.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're in your own home, you own it, the banks a lot of times will still work with you before filing foreclosure. It's not automatic to foreclosure. There is some things called deferment. So talk to your lender. Some are nicer than others. But if something big and catastrophic happens in our economic situation, I would rather be what's currently still is the larger pool of home buyers than renters. And fight that battle together on that side of the fence than be at someone else's mercy and be at my mercy of my economic situation. That makes sense?
I don't really ever care to rent again.
Yeah. So, but people don't talk like that because there's also the responsibility of you have to care for where you live, though, too. Like, there's maintenance. It's a cost. Like, there's a cost.
It's always something.
Yeah. Always something. But the joy is when you go to sell and you get that equity.
That's fun.
That's fun.
That's the fun part.
That's the fun part. But you've cashed in on your efforts.
Yeah. So it does take a lot of work. Yeah,
it does. So it is just, it's a love relationship, but we don't talk like this. We don't educate this way. And so people just don't know what they don't know. And so they hear all the negative, but they don't understand, like, no, you have to, like, keep improving. You have to keep the house on trend. You have to keep, keep
up the maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it's great that you're educating people because it's so scary and it's so rewarding to own.
It is.
And it's scary, but more people, I think, would qualify for it than they think.
They do. I mean, there's so many great programs out there for first-time home buyers. I mean, they're not free. That's the other misconcept that's out there is, well, they have these programs. Yeah, but there's always a trade-off.
Yeah.
But my thought is who the hell cares if you can qualify for it and get it? It gets you in the home, gets you in that launching pad, so that way you can move forth. And I have story after story where I have helped, I helped a young family relocate here from Florida where they tried for over 5 years to buy a house in Florida and just couldn't do it, whether it was a realtor issue, a housing issue, a financing issue. And they were able to come here and take advantage of some of the down payment assistance program, different things. And we were able to relocate them here and actually accomplish her goal of home ownership.
That's awesome.
Right? So there's those stories. And even the local Tulsian who didn't think they could do anything, didn't know that they had an opportunity or didn't know they could repair their credit that fast and still qualify, and cash in on it. So it's like,
I've met several people that have moved here on the Tulsa Remote program. And
that's a huge lucrative program. I think that's a wonderful benefit if you can take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Also, but if you can't, then there's other programs you can to still get yourself here. And there's things here for the local Tulsian too. I never want to forget our homies because, you've been here, you know, and experience this is your motherland, if you will. And so to help you take advantage of the homeownership and the programs you have, because a lot of people don't know they have programs and certain financial institutions have programs too. So it's not necessarily something you have to qualify on the national level or like there's, So I have a Rolodex long of, if you will communicate, if you will share with me. And again, it's not because I want to be frisky in your business, but the more I know, the more I'm able to help and educate and put you in a right thing that's going to be right for you. And that's the other thing too, is there are definitely realtors out there that are in it for the paycheck and they're not as engaged in so they don't do a lot of investigative work. They wouldn't know half of what I'm talking about right now. And that's okay. Some of them, they're new. They just don't know what they don't know. I didn't know everything either. I'm 9 years in, so still learning to this day.
Are you talking about like if somebody needs help with the down payment, trying to investigate and find those programs for them?
Right. Or if they're, there's times like I had a transaction one time where I was the listing agent. So I had the seller, and helping them sell their home. And we had a buyer. It was VA and there was some issues with them being able to get financing to close. And so I was like, well, why? What is it about this program? And then, she's like, I don't know. I just don't get involved that way. And I was like, what the hell you mean you don't get involved that way? That is your job, is to get involved that way. Like you should be. So I went on the hunt, used one of my lenders. I was like, no, you can do this. And she's like, well, they just don't want to. And the reality was that she didn't know how to go back and explain it to him. And it was going to make her look silly, honestly, because I found the solution and she didn't.
Yeah.
So she just let the deal fall apart.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah. Versus actually helping her client get into home ownership.
Yeah.
I was just like, what? Why would you do that?
So basically, if you're a first-time homeowner,
Yep.
Home
Buyer or buyer.
Yes. Come talk to Marie.
Yeah, and you'd be surprised how many people like have owned their second and third house. And I sit down and talk with them, and they have no idea. They've just done it enough that they've kind of winged through it.
Yeah.
But never have really been educated. I remember sitting down with some of my friends / clients as well. They bought and sold homes. I mean, in different states, the whole enchilada. So I walk them through and they're like, "Do you do this for everybody?" And I was like, yeah. They're like, we have never had that. No one has ever sat down with them, even, states later, houses later, and to say, this is your rights. This is what you have the power to do, not do, etc. And so, yeah, it was just really interesting. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, people just don't know what they don't know.
Yeah. When you're pretty amazing.
I try.
Well, speaking of our local Tulsans,
yes,
let's talk about interesting things that we can do around Tulsa.
Yeah.
I've been thinking that I need to treat Tulsa more like I'm a tourist.
Yeah.
Because I've slacked on doing interesting things around the community.
No, and same. I've done that too. I've been so busy, honestly, working that I've not taken advantage. There's clients that I sit and I meet with, have our monthly coffee check-in, and they're like, yeah, we did this and this, and I'm like, and I feel terrible because, I am. So that's kind of what spurred Brett and I, in this 918 Besties journey of like places to eat and things like that. It's because we realized we go and do these things all the time, but we never document it. And then also like there's things that we haven't done that it's like, oh shit, we probably should really try that. Like we should do that.
We should go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I was looking up is it's tonight, so it'll be past when this airs, but the Murder Mystery Dinner Theater.
Yeah.
It's at one of the hotels downtown. It's $75 a ticket. But I thought the most interesting thing was that the actors are part of the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't really know who all is involved right away. Yeah. And as an audience member, you can also be a part of the murder mystery show.
So my aunt, one time, like this was a big thing that people would do in their homes. So like she would have a murder mystery dinner and it was themed. So like one time was like, I think it was like the 1950s high school era. So you had to have the Letterman jacket, one was a cheerleader, like everybody got assigned a role. Now that dinner's a little bit different because it's kind of more unknown. And that's kind of the idea with these dinners, but you didn't know who the murderer was. And so you had this story and they would read kind of the narrative, the plot and intertwine. So there was a lot of fun to do that. So I can only imagine on a bigger scale, like how much fun that would be.
Yeah.
Is to go and be involved and,
I thought it'd be a fun way.
Murderer.
Yeah. I thought it'd be a fun way to meet people too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not that you're like talking or anything, but I'm sure you get to know.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that'd be fun. Another one, I know that there's a lot of Tulsa tours.
Yes.
There's the Art Deco tour.
Yes. Did you know we are the state with the most Art Deco architecture here?
No way. I know we had a lot, but I didn't know we had that much. Is it from all the old oil money?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And they brought in those designers, architects. They came in and built them and
yeah. That high school, the Will Rogers High School is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's all Art Deco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Mortondale was a lot of that. There's so many cool facts about those.
Have you ever done any of the tours?
I've not.
We should do one.
And there's I do want, and that's the sad part is I do want to do it. Like, this is totally, I take that back. I've done one tour. It was at Turkey Mountain and it was on the history of Turkey Mountain. And I love, sad part about it is I love history. And so my husband knew that. And so he loves Turkey Mountain. We mountain bike out there and everything. And, so, we went out and did it and it was so awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, did you know the mountain, and it's technically classified as a mountain, by the way.
Really?
So yeah, it's
a hill.
Correct. But it's also like before there was elevation requirements, we are technically a mountain.
Okay. No, I don't know anything about it. Educate me.
So in the oil boom era, so that actually started out in Glenpool before it rolled into Tulsa.
Okay. I drive through Glenpool all the time.
So that's actually where the boom started. And then it moved into actually Tulsa proper. And the mountain used to produce over 20,000 gallons of oil a day. No way. It did. It did. And so when you go out there on the trails and hike, you can actually still see some of the old oil equipment, cables and everything from back when they were drilling on there. And so a lot of times you can still find the green glass and all that. And that's because that's where the oil men were. So yeah.
Well, crazy.
I know. So there's all this cool thing. And then sometimes they do haunted tours. They do that every year too. At Turkey Mountain. So
at Turkey Mountain?
Yeah. I could tell you a lot more about Turkey Mountain.
Why does it have anything to do with turkeys? Why is it called Turkey Mountain?
Because there's turkeys.
That's why?
Oh.
Because there's wild turkeys.
I'm pretty sure. If not, my husband will correct me later. But I'm pretty sure that is accurate. So yeah, and so and we almost lost it. We almost lost our Turkey Mountain. Yeah. It almost got developed by the Simons Company because that was where the outlet mall was originally petitioned to go.
Okay.
And then finally Tulsans and of course Tulsians and the Kaiser family came in and rescued it.
And they've done a lot of biking trails out there, right?
Oh, biking trails, yeah. So from the inspiration from Arkansas and Bentonville, so they actually had the guy that helped develop those out there come in here, and they actually rerouted some of the trails to make them more friendly. So they are like hiker, both mountain biking, horses, all the fun things. Be sure to clean up after your animals if you take them out there. They've redone them like on the west side and that, and connecting and trying to do a lot more development, have a lot more, but also trying to preserve the mountain. They work with the Creek Muskogee.
The same.
Yeah.
Muskogee Creek Nation.
Yeah. Okay. So some of the trails are named after previous heritage, I don't think it's Lochi. There's another one. Drawing a blank on a name that feels so bad.
I don't know. It's okay.
Anyway, there was a huge story on that, and so it was just really cool. So yeah, I just did a whole movie thing. They did a short mini series movie on Turkey and its history and why people love to walk and trail, and it's inspired different stories. So yeah, I mean, just
I'll try to find it.
Lots of cool history with Turkey and how it's gotten there. Trying to keep it. Our forest is pretty sick, just because it's not been maintained. So like the control burns and things like that should have happened haven't. So people think, oh, it looks so green and lush, and a lot of that stuff is actually really bad for it.
Yeah,
it's choking out. Yeah.
What about the underground tunnels in Tulsa?
I've not done that.
I haven't either. How did those come about? Do you know?
Was that also for their mistress? That's the
mistress tunnels?
Yep.
Side piece tunnels?
Yep.
Wow.
So rumor, obviously.
Or was it prohibition?
Probably the answer is yeah. So I
didn't know the timeline. If prohibition was about that time.
Oh yeah, it was definitely about that time. So it was probably a mix of all the things. I actually sold a house up near on the Charles Page area over there. It was a 1910 house. Yeah. And it's supposedly in its history book. It's in one of the Tulsa's, top 100 oldest houses. That had a tunnel from the house down to the Speakeasy, which was the cave house.
Oh, see, these are the stories we need.
I know.
This is why
I love it. We couldn't find the tunnel, but
Oh, you couldn't? It's not active.
No, but it had a weird chute thing, and so it's either where coal used to come in for the big boiler into the house, or it was part of the tunnel. We don't know for sure, but supposedly where this was on the hill had a thing that went down to the Speakeasy, which was the cave house at one point.
Which was what?
The cave house.
Oh, the cave house. Yeah. Does the cave house still exist?
Oh, yeah, you can take a tour of that.
We should do that.
Oh, yeah. It's a thing. My daughter wants to do it too. I told her I would do that. But yeah, so you cave house, I mean, there's all kinds of stores. So they do have tunnels under the houses, that, go to those. I mean, it's supposed to be, I think, for winter or something is the story you'll get, but,
because it was so cold.
Yeah. I mean, allegedly.
Yeah. Sure. I think I'll go with the booze.
Yeah.
That's a better story.
I'll go with the boobs and the babes.
The boobs. Booze and boobs.
Yeah.
Booze, boobs, and babes.
Yeah. I think it's all those things.
Okay. Are we ready for our last segment?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Vacations we cannot afford.
Yet.
Yes. Okay. Today we are going to Monaco.
Off the French Riviera.
French Riviera. And
8 miles away from Italy.
oh, look at you with the facts.
Bringing it in.
Yes. Yes. Okay. And we're going to be on the Joy Me Yacht.
That thing has 3 stories.
Yes.
Oh my Lord. It has everything. And it's modern. I love
very modern.
So it's orange and red, which very
And yellow.
Yes.
Brand.
Yeah. So the orange looks a little red, but it's still beautiful. And they have very modern like sinks and just the furniture.
Chairs.
Yeah. It's
That's
all
so cute.
very, yeah. I look good. Yeah. I look real good. So
We are determined to travel on one of these.
yes. But it's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. And it has, what I love about it, it's almost cruise level because it does have extra entertainment on there and not the ladies dancing on the stage or any of that stuff. I mean, I suppose you probably
We'll be dancing.
I mean, yeah. But it has like ski jets. It has a paddle boat, which that could be entertaining.
I'll be sitting on the paddle boat.
Oh, I won't even do it. If it's anything like my kayaking adventures, my husband's like, she's out.
Yeah, I tried the paddle boat thing once. It was embarrassing.
Oh my gosh, no.
Yeah, it was embarrassing.
I just,
what was the thing you hold on to and it takes you underwater?
sea bob.
The sea bob.
You tried one of those? No, but I wanted to.
I know.
I've only ever seen them. I always, when I see those, I think of the movie's National Treasure, where Nicolas Cage jumps off the docked, old Navy ship, and then anyway.
Yeah, I know. I'm afraid that I would just go straight down. Be like, it's time to go up. And
my luck is I'll get scared at something and let go.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
Oh, that's my first thought.
I bet your bracelet to it. I bet you have a little bungee or something.
Oh, yeah, so then sure, it's going to zip around and then hit my ass. Now I'm dead, and this has just gone bad.
Okay, you're staying on the boat.
I look prettier there, let me tell you.
Well, we can do the jet skis.
The jet skis, I'd be totally down for that, yeah.
Yeah.
Jet skis, and then, of course, it has a boat that can then take you to the islands as well. Yes. Going around, so that's nice.
Yeah, a little excursions. Yeah, we got to get off and tour around a little bit.
Yeah, but it is beautiful.
And it had 6 cabins.
Yes. I think it takes up to 12 guests.
12 guests.
Love that.
Yes.
For all your friends.
Yeah. There was one room with twin beds, so
yeah.
You could take
maybe those aren't as close. I would gladly be on the Joy Yacht. Join me out. I'm just saying because I could have a lot of joy. And it could have a lot of joy. It would have me on that. I feel like it's a win-win. You know what I'm saying? I'm joyful. They're joy. There's a lot of joy.
And we can spread joy around the world.
Yes.
Yes. We can tell some jokes. We can have a little bit of comedy show.
Yeah.
Just an intimate little party on the French Riviera.
Yes. On the dining room.
Oh, and you know what? I looked at our statistics the other day, our analytics.
Yeah.
France is our second highest country of listeners.
Yes!
We can do a live show on the Joy Me Yacht for all of our French listeners, our French audience.
Yes.
Oh, bonjour.
Bonjour. It's about stars and toes.
Oui, oui. Croissants. Just think of the possibilities.
Yeah.
Joy Me. We are ready. We are ready to bring you joy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've been trying to get into this yacht content making world. I'm trying to get on a yacht. Whatever it takes. But
not opposed.
All this content creation I see for the yachts, they are using drones. So now I'm going to have to gain a new skill. We're going to have to learn how to fly drones.
Yeah.
Or take a hot drone operator with us. Maybe that's a better idea.
I'm I know people for that. I
don't want to become a drone operator.
I just want to sit there and look pretty. I can take magazine shots, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe we won't do drones
or something.
Sorry, Joy Me. We'll bring a drone crew if you need one.
Yeah. We got you. Don't worry, I know a guy. Truly.
Oh, I know a guy too that does drones. Yeah. He actually just went on a safari trip with National Geographic to Africa.
Lord, that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Todd Ruffin. Oh, I'll have to look up his drone company and give him a shout out. I'll put it up here.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, he does amazing work. But he might be too highfalutin from a yacht. I don't know, though.
I don't know. I know
If you
Matt
could
Dow
join me,
Photography
yeah.
back in Indiana. He does phenomenal drone stuff, like amazing stuff. So he's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then
You think
he
he's down for
showcased-
yachts, too?
Oh, yeah. If not, his wife definitely would be, and like, so then it would happen.
Yeah, she'd make him do it.
Right.
Yeah.
No, he would be down for it. Like, he is such an adventurer. I think he did something in Africa. He's actually born in Africa.
And who's this?
His name's Matt Dow. And
Okay.
he's back in Indiana, photographer, launched out on his own and has just really mastered his craft. He's phenomenal. He does a lot of weddings, but he loves to do drone and nature shots. And so.
Okay. Well,
Thanks,
between Matt and Todd,
I think we got it covered.
we
I
got
feel
a drone.
good.
Okay, now, yeah, you can hire us. We can do it all.
Photographer and drone. He's a
Photographer
twofer.
and drone.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we got it now.
We've got it.
We're ready. Just call.
Ready. Beautiful ladies, drone available.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Anytime.
Bring you joy. All right. You have anything else?
No, I have to go. I have to
You
go to
need
my
to
next
go.
appointment.
You gotta go sell houses.
I gotta go to houses.
Yeah. We do have a lot of great guests coming up.
We
Shout
do.
out to that. Joe Means is going to be with Larry Tibbs this weekend at
Awesome.
Lodi Ben.
Yep.
And he's going to come stop by the studio before the show and do a little interview. And then, yeah, we've got a whole lineup of guests. Oh, the Gwen Factor. I haven't told you about my friend Gwen. She's a hoot. Oh my God, you're going to love her.
okay.
She's from DC, and she opens for George Wallace.
Oh, love.
Yes, we're getting big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she has comedy pool parties too. Yeah. So
I'm
I
here
can't
for
wait to
that.
hear
10
about
out of
those.
10.
Yeah, that'll be a great interview. And then we've got Connie coming from Oklahoma City. And yeah.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna be magical. Come
Thanks
join
for
us.
joining us. Bye.